making the most of this chance. Good crowd in. It's best of 9 now, so the semis and the final best of 9. There'll be no interval after 4 frames. They're going to play straight through. Darren Morgan, as I say, has come to the field, but just because he's been off the tour since 2007, he didn't stop playing. He plays in a lot of amateur events in Wales and in Europe as well. He's a regular winner of the seniors events in the IBSF competitions, so he has played a lot of snooker. He's just been away from the professional circuit. But this is back in the big time for the Welshman. I'm sure he's relishing every moment of it.
Let's have a good game. Thank you. Match best of 9. First frame, Darren Morgan to break.
Darren Morgan, having looked back at the records, I reckon it's the first 50-something in the semi-finals of a world ranking event for 30 years. Rex Williams, at the age of 53, reached the final of the 1986 Grand Prix. Can Darren Morgan reach the final of the Riga Masters? He's going to get us underway. It's best of 9. Joe Johnson alongside me. Well, this gives everyone hope, Joe, doesn't it? What a fantastic performance so far from Darren Morgan.
Yes, absolutely. And he was also world seniors champion a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago. Didn't do badly last year either. As you say, David, he plays a lot of amateur snooker, so he keeps his hand in, still plays a lot. Likes to tell us he doesn't. When I was talking to him at the seniors last year, he said he hadn't practiced at all, but you know, people round about him said that he's at it every day. It's a tough match for him today, obviously, with Neil Robertson. But as David said, he'll be enjoying himself out there. Semi-finals of a ranking event.
He was World Amateur Champion in 1987, was a pro for 20 years, runs a snooker club, and of course in Wales it's a very strong area for snooker. There's a lot of tournaments for him to play, and he's since won the Welsh Championship again, actually, Morgan. So, as we say, he's carried on playing. They have played before, it was many years ago. It was 2-1 on the head-to-head to Robertson, but they haven't played for 11 years, and of course that was before Neil Robertson broke through as a top player.
Well, he's played a good safety there, Darren Morgan. He's given Robertson something to think about. Well, you need good eyesight to play that kind of shot. And didn't he play it well? Excellent shot. Just caught the paint on the red there. Didn't think he could hit it that thin. Push the red towards the corner. He doesn't want the kiss. Well, if he takes this on, he's going to have to play it with right hand side on the cue ball to avoid the reds. That makes the shot more difficult, and that's how difficult it is, not taking it on. Caught it a touch too thin, hence the kiss on the blue. Now, nice little rub on the blue.
Foul. Darren Morgan foul.
Well, just caught it a little too thick, finding the pocket. But more importantly, he's pushed the red over that right corner. So chance for Darren. Well, he could have dropped the red in for the pink to the middle, but he wasn't confident enough to play that shot. Playing back down the table.
Yeah, so the other factor, this is the first match in the tournament he's played on the main table. It's not just, in fact, he's, well, the semi-finals and he's playing Neil Robertson. He's suddenly, everyone's watching as well.
Thinking of a way of getting that cue ball in behind one of the colours. So another chance for Darren Morgan. He forced the mistake.
One.
His best moment came 20 years ago. He won the Irish Masters, which was a high-class invitation event at Goffs. He beat Steve Davis 9-8 in the final. He was also a Crucible semi-finalist 1994. A mainstay of TV snooker 20-odd years ago. Never quite won a ranking event, was in 2 finals. It would be pretty ironic if he were to win this one, having not been on the tour for the best part of a decade.
Three.
Well, if he's not on a red there, he's been very unfortunate. Ideally, he'd like to have been on this red to the right corner, which would have led him to the pink.
Four.
Could have done with a full ball kiss on the red. And this is a very risky pink to take on. Playing it into a blind pocket. Just a little too thick.
Then Morgan four.
But not an easy table. Black tied up, pink now tied up. The blue will go.
One. Blue ball.
So just the blue really to play with at the moment.
6.
But no reason why he couldn't knock in a decent break just with the blue.
7.
Although he'll be very disappointed with that one. He's put himself under needless pressure here. Oh, that sounded a real bad contact.
Well, the blues jumped up in the air. That's how bad it was.
Terrible contact. But fortunately, he didn't get on a red, so he won't be made to pay the price for it.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, a rather cagey start. I think that'll suit Darren Morgan. He's looking for a bit of table time, as I say, back on TV. Doesn't want Robertson going off into the distance early on. Now Robertson having the cue ball and the blue cleaned after the kick he had. First prize here is £37,500, so it's double what it was last year. This has become a full ranking tournament.
Well, it took its time. It was a good safety, but that red, had it stayed over the pocket.
Robertson 1.
Just to clear up how Darren Morgan got in this tournament, there was a qualifying event held during the European Amateur Championship to give someone a place in the tournament. He won it and has come through from the very first round. The match was held over against Bradley Jones, came through to this stage. So he's still an amateur. He can't actually get on, he won't have any ranking points, but he can keep the money that he's earned, which is the good news.
Foul and a miss. Robertson 4.
Well, foul and a miss. Couldn't have got any closer, but it's going back.
Well, there are so many reds on, he's got to hit one. I mean, there must be 11 reds there, 10 reds, so he's got to hit one.
Absolutely, because he's trying to hit one that will keep the cue ball safe. Dead easy to hit a red, but he's trying to hit one in particular. And this time he hits it. Well, he gave it a lot of thought, that shot, and he played it very well indeed in the end. Just the right amount of left-hand side on the cue ball to drop in behind the blue. Well, the black not available, so I'd be surprised to see him take the long straight red on. Another kick.
One.
Well, he's got the angle on the brown. Easy enough to play the snooker. Tried to bring the pink into play and play a good safety. Not a bad kiss on the brown. He's looking at the 3-ball plant possibility of that. He was always playing that cue ball in behind the brown, and he's got a very good shot there. Not quite a snooker, but still a good safety.
Behind him is Robertson-Morgan.
Now, can he get to this red nearest the pocket? Well, it was never easy, but fancied him for it. And has left the red on for Darren Morgan. And the pink available now, if he can just drop it in dead weight.
One.
Well, that was an attacking shot. Played to hit the black. And he has freed it. He's on the pink.
Pink ball.
Well, I was just about to say before he played that pink that I thought this visit could tell us quite a lot actually about Darren Morgan in this match. It's gone wrong almost immediately.
Yes, he didn't play the pink very well, did he? Had he missed the blue, he would have been in the jaws of the pocket. played it too hard.
Darren
This
Morgan,
table
7.
could be quite considerably faster than the other ones. Again, the black still out in the open. But no easy pot for Darren Morgan. Well, that's another good safety from Darren. No easy path back to baulk from there. Not without taking a big risk. May leave the cue ball down this end of the table. Just try and play a containing safety shot.
I suspect this is exactly what Neil Robertson didn't want, because he's a naturally fluent player. He's a great safety player as well, but his natural game is to get in and score.
Well, although this red is on to the right corner, it's too risky to take on. Cue ball's going into the reds. No guarantee of position. Some very good safety coming out here from both players. Another excellent speed on the cue ball there from Robertson. Neither player giving an inch. Darren playing some good safety as well. Well, that's pushed the black safe again. Two fortunate kisses there. Leaves the cue ball dead on the cushion. Yeah, and there's a bit of danger here. Might send a red over the corner. And this time he will take this one on.
One.
Full ball kiss leaves him on the green. 3 or 4 reds surrounding the pink. Reasonable chances to build a lead.
This is where he's got to really focus, as I say, not necessarily his sort of stuff so far, but he's at the table with a scoring chance, and that is his sort of stuff. He had a successful season,
4.
the one just gone, in terms of winning the UK and the Champion of Champions, back-to-back runner-up at the Welsh Open, played well at the Masters, lost that Classic to Trump, but there's no doubt it ended in disappointing fashion, losing first round of the World Championship. Michael Holt played superbly against him, but Robertson, of course, was one of the big favourites going into Sheffield. I get the feeling, though, he's not one that really dwells on defeats too much. He's a very positive kind of guy, Neil, and I think it's just a case of getting on with the new season and trying to start it with a win. But he's missed that pink.
Yes, the extended safety play that's just been going on.
Some 5.
Probably had something to do with that. Well, he's under-hit it, but that might have done him a favour. If he can play the cannon to the red that's closest to the middle, he'd be on the other red down the cushion at the very least. I'm not sure if he tried to hit the red. Played it with a lot of
7.
right-hand side on the cue ball. Probably to come back across for this red.
8.
Oh, surely it's too difficult to take on the pink. Maybe the brown. Well, I thought if he'd have come off the cushion, landed up behind the brown, he had 3 balls to get in behind.
On the right-hand side, well, here, in fact, we can see the end of the frame between Mark Williams and Michael Holt, which Williams has won because Holt has gone in off the pink there. He already needed a snooker, so Williams 1-0.
This looks good. Excellent safety from Morgan. Oh, that's a disaster. It would have been relatively safe without the kiss.
One.
So there's the red on the cushion, which is the immediate problem for Robertson. Points level. Very bitty start.
23 points all. 12 reds gone. Needs to slow down or kiss. Would have liked an angle on this red to have brought the other red into play by the middle pocket.
Eight. Fourteen. 15.
Well, I held that well, but could have just done with another couple of inches higher up there. Would have had the easy cannon to the red. Couldn't quite control the white ball.
21.
So 20 points the lead. Is it worth going for this red? It's got the blue safe, the black reasonably safe. Tough shot to go for. Now, don't blame him.
Robertson, 21.
Well, that's a disaster. The double kiss left an easy opener. Brown and yellow would be enough.
One.
It's going to need the green now. Shouldn't be a problem though.
Well, it's not been his sort of frame, but it looks like he's going to win it, which is the main thing for Neil Robertson. Not one to shirk from a battle. When he first played Morgan 11, 12 years ago, maybe a sort of frame he wouldn't have won, but he's a different player now. He's a complete player. 2 snookers needed.
Yes, and he'll play on, will Darren? Made sure of the green, didn't play the cue ball with any side. Well, he won't play on now.
It would be a huge shock if he lost this match, but as we know, shocks happen.
17.
He's just got to be professional, treat it like any other match. It's been a lengthy start, over half an hour for the first frame, but Australia's Neil Robertson wins it against the veteran Darren Morgan. Best of 9 now in the semi-finals of the Riga Masters. Darren Morgan looking to spring a huge upset here. Long first frame, but it's gone to Neil Robertson, so he leads 1-0. A lengthy opening frame. But I'm sure he'd like to get in this one and get amongst them. Darren Morgan's first ranking tournament semi-final for 17 years. 1999 Thailand Masters, the last one. But of course he's not been on the tour since 2007.
Touching ball. Foul. The Robertson foul.
Yes, he called it on himself. And he can have a bonus go.
Yeah, it was just bringing the hand back out again after playing the shot, caught the red. So it's been put into bat from where the whites come to land.
Played a good shot, didn't he? Well, is he looking at a 4-ball plant? Well, once again the black has gone safe with that red stopping in front of the black.
One.
Well, he could play the brown here and go into the cluster. Also got the option of playing the green coming down for one of the loose reds. Well, I think he was attempting to bring the black into play there, but it's worked out okay. Still on a red.
Five. 37. Eight.
There's a red at the back of the pack there, that will go. Also the one closest to the pocket. Hasn't quite got the angle on the blue to go into the cluster with any pace. Now this time he might try and play the cannon to the black. Try and bring it into play. Well, that's developed the black, but it's still a tough pot. That's an excellent pot. And he's on the red. Might just be able to bring more reds into play. If he's got the angle. Stun off the reds up towards the blue. No. A little too straight.
22. $29. $30.
Has to leave an angle on the black this time to disturb the reds.
37.
Otherwise it will be end of break.
38.
That's the angle. And a beautiful split, but he's not on anything easy. Unless he's on that red to the left
45.
middle. What a good split this is, look at the balls. Now it appears it's not on that red to the left middle, and this red to the bottom corner is much tougher. Oh, well played. He deserved to be on a red for that good split, and it looks like now he's got that frame winning chance.
Well, this is more Neil Robertson's sort of frame, and that's his sort of shot as well. Quite often in the big breaks he's made, all those centuries he made a couple of years ago, there's been a point where he's had to pot a ball like that, and invariably he does. So it feels a bit like he's done the hard work in this frame. He's now just got to get it won.
52. 59.
Another red and the black. And then he can concentrate on the century. Well, he's not straight enough on this red, so he might just play up for the blue.
60.
Now the pink goes, but he's hampered. It's missable, and there's still 67 left on the table. Could have scooped that cue ball up towards the blue, that would have been enough.
I guess he doesn't have to play for a red, does he? He can just concentrate on the pot.
And he's got it.
And he's on a red, which should give him the frame, because at the moment it's 1 snooker needed, but obviously the red goes in, it's 3. He's played a very good frame here.
7.
I think it was significant, though, that he won the first one. It was very scrappy, that, but he won it, and now he's settled right down, and Darren Morgan's been kept cold in this frame.
$74. 75. 82. 83.
Well, looks like a century coming up, and that would be a very impressive way to take early control. Remember, it's best of 9 now, so first to 5.
89. 90. 96. 97.
It's been a great break, this. There was that one key moment where he potted that red to the green pocket to continue. And now he's made a century. Excellent stuff from Neil Robertson.
Yes, and they're thoroughly enjoying it, aren't they? I've seen both aspects of the game, this audience so far. A real fought-out first frame. Great safety play. Neither player given an inch.
Well, the break ends at 104. Robertson missing that yellow with the rest, but he'd done all the damage, and Darren Morgan just had to sit it out and watch. So Robertson has made a good start here to this semi-final in Riga. He leads Darren Morgan by 2 frames to 0. On each between Mark Williams and Michael Holt. Holt's won the second frame. They're on table 2 in the other semi-final. Final to follow, 7 o'clock CET. That's 8 o'clock local time, 6 o'clock UK time tonight. Neil Robertson in a strong position, having just made a 104 break in that second frame.
Thank you. Third frame, Darren Morgan to break.
Yeah, well, he apologises, but that's pretty vicious.
Yeah, and he calls him his mate as well. Sorry, mate.
Well, Well, this will just drop in to show you how the second frame ended between Holt and Williams. He didn't win it that first visit we saw earlier, but he won it, Holt, in the end. So 1 apiece.
Caught it a little too thick. Now, can he get to this red? It's going to be tight. A little fortunate there, Darren Morgan. Could so easily have left that red on, and who knows. Well, he could try and bring the black into play here. If he catches the red thin, he'll get the good cue ball. And bring the black into play. Good attacking shot, that. Good pot. Well, it's a good chance, this. You can get onto a red, the black's available. Red's nicely spread.
Green ball.
Well, I'm not sure if he knew which red he was playing for there. He just sent it down the table, played a cannon to one of the reds, but it didn't work out.
Darren Morgan 4.
And that really was a wasted chance for Darren Morgan. He'll be disappointed he only made 4. Found the gap nicely there, and this could be trouble. What a good safety that was from Robertson. Had to catch that red absolutely perfect, otherwise he would have cannoned the black or one of the reds. And now it's Darren Morgan who's in deep trouble. And a moment ago he had a frame winning chance. Didn't want to hit that red, didn't play to hit that red. And now Robertson with a chance.
One.
Yes, of course Morgan had a chance but made just 4 from it. Robertson's made a century last frame. And he's in again here.
Yes, and this is a lot easier than that last 104 visit. The red's nicely spread.
8.
The red to the right corner gets him back to the black.
Nine. Sure. 16.
This is the first tournament of what's going to be the busiest snooker season ever. There's plenty of new events, the 3 home series events, England, Scotland, Ireland, the new European Championship in Romania. The Australian Open, much to Robertson's disappointment, has gone, but the World Open in China has returned, plus all the events that we had last season, minus a couple, of course, of the European Tour. So it's a relatively leisurely
17.
start for these guys, but it'll certainly pick up later in the year in terms of the rate of tournaments, and in the new year into the World Championship it's non-stop. I know Robertson is missing a couple of the summer events because he's going home to see his family in Australia.
24.
Of course, more of a luxury at the top of the rankings to pick and choose. Players lower down tend to have to enter
25.
everything.
31. 32.
'Just overrun a little there.
39. 40.
And that made a difference with the positional side of the shot. And now faced with a tough black with no red to follow, not without something special. Well, he tried to make something happen, and he's left himself on a difficult red to the corner, but a chance.
47.
Wonderful.
48.
So easy. Just knock a long one in.
Well, it's a mark of how good he is that I think probably most people watching fancied him to get that, and it wasn't easy, as you say. It wasn't, but he's hit it so crisply.
And it looks like another quick one.
55. Good.
Just overrun slightly.
56.
You could play for that loose red, just slide past the pink, or go into them. Chose to slide past the pink. 59 points the lead.
63.
So red and a black would leave Darren Morgan only able to tie.
Yeah, the graphic was slightly wrong. There's 75 left, not 68.
64.
60 points the difference.
Yeah, so as you say, he's going to need another red as well.
Now you could play for the loose red, doesn't have to go into them. Could try and drop in behind that red, take it to the middle or the corner. Not enough side on the cue ball, so Darren Morgan may be coming back to the table.
71. Robertson, 71.
67 the lead, 67 available, 71 the break from Robertson. Yes, and he's a little annoyed he didn't quite kill it off there.
Well, that's the end of this frame. Unfortunate to have left a plant, Darren Morgan. He did have a chance early in this frame. Failed to get position.
4. 5.
Well, it was always an uphill battle for Morgan to win the match, obviously, with Robertson being at the very top of the game, but certainly 3-0 now to the Aussie. It's tough, and the point is Robertson's making breaks. He's at 104.71.
11.
Looks very confident, very much in control. Remember, it was an open draw at the start of the tournament, no seedings, but Robertson a heavy favourite to come through to the final. Beat Judd Trump in the quarters earlier on, 4-1.
$19. 20.
Well, he's not on it, but it doesn't matter. The frame well and truly won.
Well,
27.
is he on it?
Well, even if he is, it doesn't matter.
Neil Robertson, 27.
Because he's won the frame, and he leads 3-0, and he's firmly in control, isn't he? Neil Robertson looking good to reach the final here in Latvia later on this evening. Just 2 more frames required for the Melbourne man. He leads Darren Morgan 3-0.
Thank you. Frame number 4, Neil Robertson to break.
Neil Robertson 3, Darren Morgan 0 is the score, so Robertson requiring 2 more frames. No interval in this best of 9, which is a new innovation. And it'll be the same in the final.
Not the best break off from Neil Robertson. Leaves the red to the left corner. But not easy to hold for the black. And if he plays it at pace, then cue ball could be going into the pack of reds. Would have to play it with a lot of right hand side on the cue ball. Makes the pot harder.
Ah, well, it's a flying visitor, which Darren's got his eye on. I don't fancy his chances, actually. We might not beat Neil Robertson. He's determined to get the visitor. There he is.
Well, difficult to take a shot when that's flying about in front of you.
Well, not the most humane end, it's got to be said, but he won't bother us again.
Come back to haunt him.
One.
Too hard. Looks like all he's going to get for it is the snooker.
Brown ball.
Well, that's a great pot. That's a great pot. I tried so hard to get onto this red.
5.
And that's another very excellent
7.
attacking shot and deserved better. It's just in no man's land on the blue. Well, he's taking it on, but it's another tough one. He's knocked in 2 already. Not this time. Deserve better. Good pot on the red.
Well, the sight told you everything. He was frustrated that he was left with that shot in the first place, and doubly so not to get it.
1.
And triply so that he's left a red on for Robertson.
And the way he's playing, David, you wouldn't be surprised if he made this visit count. Pot success at 93.
Yes, and that's with a very scrappy first frame. You know, there wasn't much in the way of break building in the first frame, but since then he's been excellent.
8. 9. 16. 17.
Well, he took the risk on opening the reds, hoping he was going to be on the black, at the very least on the blue. Oh, what a tough shot this is. Never easy.
Neil Robertson, 17.
Trying to drop him behind the brown, didn't get enough screw on the cue ball, and he's left a chance at this long red. Things just not going for Darren Morgan at the moment.
1.
Just about held up. Difficult green, but I think he'll be going for it.
The season didn't start very promisingly for Neil Robertson. His first match was in the qualifier for the World Open, and he got Dr. Frame because he turned up late. Got caught up in traffic on the M6 and only just came through the match against Sid Wilson, 5-4.
5.
But his timing on the table is impeccable when he's playing his best. Michael Holt's gone 2-1 up against Mark Williams. He won that
12.
close third frame.
Sure. 13. $20. $21.
Well, he didn't need to go into them. He still had that loose red. But
28.
unfortunate. And did I say
29.
unfortunate? He's still knocked one in. And if he takes the black, then one of the reds may be available to the middle. Could play down for the red above the blue spot. Well, that's worked out nicely.
46,
46.
the lead, 59 on.
Thirty-seven.
Going to need another red with the brown. As I say, there's no interval. They're going to carry on, and the signs are it's going to be a whitewash unless Morgan can find something in frame 5.
42. 48. 49.
Yeah, he's done so well to get this far, really has. But
Neil Robertson 55 and the frame.
he faces a real battle now because that 55 from Neil Robertson puts the Australian one frame away from a place in this evening's final. Neil Robertson in full control here, just looking to close it out now. He leads Darren Morgan by 4 frames to 0. But this Welshman, Darren Morgan, is up against it. He trails 4-0. Robertson only needs one more. And Morgan has come a long way from winning a qualifying event to get into the tournament, to the semi-finals. Doesn't want to be whitewashed here. But Neil Robertson, I'm sure, determined to get himself into the final. He'll have a couple of hours then to prepare for this evening.
I might be tempted at this long red. He'd be on the blue, smash the pack.
1.
Yep. Perfectly on the blue. He could play for that loose red, but I've got a feeling he's going to go for the jugular. And that has worked out very nicely, especially if the black goes to that left corner.
6.
It may not, but that still wouldn't be a problem for Robertson. Could easily play for the blue or pink.
Well, we just saw the intent there, didn't we, the last couple of shots. Once this over and done with in the next 10 minutes or so.
Well, it's down to him now, David. He's got the chance. Coming down for these 2 reds, especially the one that's blocking the black going in that left corner.
12.
Straight away he takes the red, or goes for the red that will give him the best option for the black.
13. 20. 21.
Now the red, that's directly above the black. If he plays a cannon to that red, that would leave him on reds to both corners. Couldn't have played it any better.
28.
Well, that looks tight. this red to the middle, just needs to stun it there for the pink. If he hasn't got the angle, can play up for the blue. Forgot to mention the black.
29.
Well, this is a tough black. Badly hampered over the red. Has to play it with a little bit of pace for the next red. Wasn't easy, that. Could have done with a little bit more pace in the cue ball. Played for the red to the left corner.
36.
Another very good
37.
recovery shot. Has to be so accurate with those reds to the middle from that angle. Well, he had a go at that red to the middle. Thought it was safe.
Well, let's make no mistake. Darren Morgan has done phenomenally well to get to the semi-finals.
42.
And if it is to be 5-0, that's no disgrace. At the age of 50. Not even a professional.
43.
But this man is a class act, and he's not interested in all the sentiment around his opponent. He's here to do a job.
$48. $49.
Another little cannon to those two reds by the pink. Leaves the on choice of reds. Oh, it should have done. Still on a red to the right corner, but it's going to
56.
need the long stuff.
Shop.
Not safe yet. This is the shot again. Fully expected him to be on the red to the left corner. But the way he's seeing the balls at the moment, doesn't matter where they are. He's going to knock it in. And that was another excellent safe pot and
57.
position. Should win the frame now.
$62. $63.
Frame and match ball.
Yeah, Darren Morgan's come a long, long way to get to the semi-finals, but that's as far as he's going to go. And after a very scrappy first frame, Neil Robertson has made breaks of 104,
70.
71, 55, and whatever this finishes up as. It's been very impressive. He's only actually lost 4 frames
71.
here in Riga in the 5 matches he's played so far. Lost 2 in the qualifier at Preston, but no one's really got close to him. And it's going to be down to either Mark Williams or Michael Holt to stop him winning the first
78.
title of the season.
$79. $85. $86. 93.
Little side, love a second century. Well, he might make one. What a pot that is. Incredible.
94.
Great shot. Great shot.
So, pink then, for a second century. Well, fantastic. I mean, what a performance this has been.
100.
What a treat for the crowd.
The red stays out, but he made the century with the fantastic previous red. Smile on the face of Darren Morgan, who I'm sure has thoroughly enjoyed his time here in Riga, but it ends in the semi-finals. And Neil Robertson, with a couple of centuries and an all-round fantastic display of snooker, he's the first man into the final of the Riga Masters. Yeah, real masterclass in the end, wasn't it, from the Aussie? He wins by 5 frames to 0. He goes into the final later on to face either Mark Williams or Michael Holt.